Okay, quick video about the buying side. How long does it take to get to the closing table? Well, after you have selected a real estate broker, you will sign your buyer broker agreement with them, and then you start looking at homes. Um, myself, I do suggest getting pre-qualified first before you even go look at one home. But I know a lot of people do start out on Zillow or Realtor.com, and then they go see a few homes, one home, and then that gets them motivated to apply with a mortgage lender to see what they actually qualify for. So after you have spoken with a mortgage lender, see what you pre-qualify for, and you have that pre-qualification letter, that's when you are able to actually put an offer in. After you've looked at all these homes and you find something that is, your starter home or your dream home, your forever home, that's when the offer goes in. And after under contract, that's when the buyer's broker, so your broker, is going to get everything set up for you. So getting inspections done is something that needs to happen ASAP. One of the biggest reasons why transactions fall through is because of inspections. Sellers not willing to do what buyers asking or give credits, or the other reason is, of course, with lending. Something goes wrong on the mortgage side of things, mortgage lending side of things. So once we get the inspector out, we get the inspection report, home inspection report. It's good to get a full home inspection done, get dry rot, termite, a radon. You can get that done if you're near the mountains, or I guess anywhere is a good place to get that test done. After we get those results back, broker will put together the objection report. So I would go over the report when we write down the things that you're wanting repaired, replaced, fixed, or ask for a seller credit at closing. That way, in lieu of repairs. Hopefully the seller agrees to this, gets this all done. And then we write up the resolution addendum. So that is now part of the contract. That is part of the legal agreement, the resolution addendum. So the seller is responsible for whatever it is that they're saying they're going to do. It's a contract, it's binding. And next steps, you'll be working a lot with your lender. There's a lot of background work that the lender's going to be doing with you, with the buyer. Once all of that, that's going to be happening throughout the process. A lot of stuff's going to have to go to underwriting. There's going to be the appraisal. So buyer is responsible for the appraisal the majority of the time, unless we write that in the purchase agreement. Sometimes the seller will pay for it depending on the situation, but it is something that is worth asking for on the purchase agreement, I feel. Once that's ordered, the appraisal comes back good, then you're almost in the clear there. And so really closing could take anywhere from 30 to 60 days. That's kind of the average, I would say. If it's an all cash deal, it could be a lot faster. I have done an all cash deal where we closed, I believe it was about 2.5 weeks. It was very quick. She still had her inspections done. And she did it very, very quickly. Title company was awesome. And so it just depends. More with a mortgage lender, obviously there's a lot more steps. They have to send things to the underwriters, have to wait for approval. There's a lot of different things that can go wrong. Me as the buyer's broker, I am constantly communicating with the buyer's mortgage lender because there's a lot of things that I do need to know. There's a lot of things that I could help with. There's a lot of things that I need to stay out of the way. But communication is key between the buyer and the mortgage lender. So having a good lender makes things flow so much better. After the appraisal's done, the inspections, all of that, then we get to the closing table. There's a lot of other things that could happen. Real estate, can be unpredictable sometimes, but that's why having a real estate professional like myself, along with my teammates with New Mexico Home Group, I have a solid team behind me. If I do need help with something, I'm never going to not ask for help if I need it. I am always honest about the situations that I'm in. If there's something that comes up and I need help with something, my qualifying broker or one of my team members can always help me because I am very adamant about, taking the right steps to get to the closing table and making sure that my buyer is protected, that I'm protected, of course, as well. But most importantly, my clients are protected and they're treated right, treated fairly. Because there's so many different parts to the getting your home. Like, it's not an easy thing. And that's why it's good to have someone that will have your back, and I will have your back. So that's just a little overview. I do get asked a lot, how long does it take to get to the closing table? And it really, it depends. You could be looking at houses for months, years. So once you actually get under contract, it's usually about 30 to 60 days with when you're getting a loan, a lot faster with cash. And that's all I have for buyer side right now. Bye-bye.